Tita Lalay, happy birthday. 45th birthday. Always the best birthday at 45th.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Clark City has always been the home base of CRZ. Club CRZ is located in Clark and in Bataan in La Jolla. And we've been treated with a lot of really good roads, good traffic. The management has been very generous to the local bikers and provided good infrastructure. But today, we've decided to get out and check out the other places, just like Tarlac. And one of the things that you have to bring are pump, inner tube, Swiss Army knife of Allen wrenches, and we're gonna start today in the heart of Clark. From here, we're gonna be passing through Sacobia Bridge. This is the one that connects Clark City and New Clark City. And part of the course to go to Monasterio is to cross through this very scenic bridge. It's very popular right now because this is the first time that they're gonna be building this beautiful highway that will connect the old Clark Air Base to the Southeast Asian Games venue. It's called New Clark City. So we will be traversing this brand new road just to bypass the national highway, and we just love this course because the roads are brand new, less traffic, and one of the coolest things about it is that everything's on fresh air, and you see a lot of really good venues and rare site where trees are still very green. And once you hit San Jose Tarlac, this is the kind of asphalt road that you'll be seeing. And today we're just gonna be doing some really easy cycling, not too hard. It's just trying to build up some fitness, and then we go through the welcome arc of San Jose. This is when all the climbing will start. Rolling hills. It goes through the western side of the Philippine Luzon Island that goes through San Jose. And you'll notice here the way we set up the bikes. We normally use 32 700 by 32 C tires at the back just for the comfort. Even though this highway is brand new, good asphalt. The only problem is you won't see any stores for many kilometers. So you gotta be ready. You just have to make sure that you're well hydrated, well fed, and well covered. That's why we usually see us using long sleeved jerseys just to make sure that we don't overheat, just to make sure that we're protected from the sun. A lot of people tend to forget that we only live once, and sometimes the sun will really burn the skin, and you'll only realize that when you get older. We try to save as much energy as possible by being aero on the downhills, and we have a lot of downhills here. So whatever you climb uphill, there's always a downhill. But yeah, you just have to be good about it and balance. And then as we approach Moriones is one of the towns in Tarlac that after San Jose, when you hit Moriones, it means that you're close to Monasterio. Monasterio is a very popular, you can say, religious uh, area, places. And this highway that you see here is brand new cement. This leads to the summit finish called Monasterio. And I just love this area because there's no cars. Well, the occasional motorcycle, but literally no cars. Goes through the rice field and snakes around the base of the hills. And this is the reason why we do a lot of bike fitting and biomechanics, because rides like this require a lot of energy and effort. So we're trying to figure out what's the best posture, biomechanics, and bike fitting and nutrition that you can do on your own. So you get to enjoy all these places, long distances, without having to stress the body a lot. And when you're standing up, just like so, try to be as relaxed as possible. Try to relax your shoulders. Try to swing the bike from right, left, right. And then after that, you just go home and take a good dip. Now, we want to show you what really happens behind the scenes, how we prepare people. So Pegoretti is a hand-built, made-to-measure, hand-built frame from Italy. I think usually there is a signature here. Where's the signature?
There's a rear triangle.
Ah, okay,
It
okay.
was Dario who painted.
There you go. So that's the actual signature of Dario Pegoretti. And all Pegoretti frames have that signature. And the only person who brings it here is Goyo Larrazabal. Okay, so let's just change this one. Yeah? Great stuff. Pegoretti. But the way your bike is set up will not allow you to do that kasi you're not going to be able to use your chest muscle, your core, kasi sasakit mo na yung likod mo bago mo magamit. I didn't get your name.
Mark.
Mark, okay.
Chua.
Mark Chua. Yeah, just like what I mentioned, you look like a super climber. How tall are you?
5'8".
And what's your weight?
Around 148.
You have a perfect physique. Okay. So since we haven't met yet,
It was
What was-
postponed, eh, no?
what was your explanation a while ago about this bike? I guess this is your favorite bike, huh? Your dream
Yeah, I
bike.
really want a parang Pegoretti.
Pegoretti is
Tapos
a
ay-
hand-built bike. It's a
Painted
hand-built bike.
painted by Dario.
Dario, okay?
And then, it's the only bike na lang left in the shop. So,
Really?
So, I parang forced to buy.
So I guess Goyo's really happy to see this, huh? So I've worked with two Pegorettis before. Obviously came from Goyo. Hand-built. Steel is real, just like what they say, huh? Steel has a different characteristic compared to carbon. It has that comfort level, it has that feel. Sometimes
Flexibility,
it's very difficult to explain that to people until you ride it, no? And I think this is a beautiful work of art. Number two, obviously rim brake.
Yeah.
So we're trying to revive rim brakes again. What do you like about rim brakes?
Well, first of all, I like yung swoosh sound.
Oh, right.
you go.
And since I was a batang 90s, rim brakes, low maintenance. I use a hydraulic, the newer one, but even me, sometimes the maintenance part is something that's a little bit crucial. You have to have access to a mechanic. So if you don't have access to that, it's a little bit difficult to really do a DIY maintenance. So what's the story of this bike? You said a while ago.
But I think it's small for me.
Again?
It's small for me. The frame
Okay.
size is small for me.
Okay, so that's your initial.
Yeah.
So you think that the frame size is too small for you? Why? Can you explain why?
Well, first of all, this bike kasi is for for hanggang 5'6", 5'7".
According to
the shop.
according to the
The
template.
shop. Yeah.
Okay, 5'6",
And then-
5'6". Okay,
I just adjusted via
stem.
the stem and
Okay,
the setback of the seat
Okay.
post. And then when I'm trying it naman sa kasi bike to work na,
yes.
parang okay naman. Pero 30 kilometers per day. I think pag more than 30 kilometers or maybe around 80, baka I can feel the back pain already.
Okay,
Or the numbness of the...
okay. So let me just summarize what your perception is. Okay, so when you got this frame, according to the shop chart, this particular frame is good for
5'6", 5'7",
5'6", 5". But you are
5'8".
5'8". Okay, so it's small for you. Next is how long have you been riding it?
Huh?
1 month, 2 months, 8 months?
8 months already.
8 months, so let's say almost a year. And since you bike to work, I think you have enough statistical days to say that you know what you're talking about. I would trust you because you ride every day. You're not like since you use this for bike to work, so I think
30 kilometers per day.
30 kilometers.
guess.
That's more than what I do. I do 25 kilometers per day. But okay, so you're not a newbie. You know what you want. Obviously, the parts selection is sort of like a connoisseur. You know what you want. Okay, so I'm just gonna change the way I'm gonna explain to you things how this is done. But what's really surprising is that you obviously know your stuff because Pegoretti is not. Only a few people know about Pegoretti, right? So you obviously know what you want, and yet you still came to a
I believe in your stuff.
bike fitting stuff, right? But the first thing I'm gonna explain to you now is that bike fitting part is really, really simple, which I always explain on our blog. I think we can consider this as a success if, and I can already tell you right now, although you mentioned it a while ago, just by watching you, you would have numb fingers, lower back pain, especially on climbing after a long distance. So I want you to hold here at the end. There you go. Just like how we would normally ride, okay? So just ride like that. I'm gonna explain to you now, point by point, and watch the video afterwards so that you would understand how we want to set you up for success. So this is not just a bike fit. I want to explain to you the, you can say, science behind it, so that you can repeat and explain it to yourself when you're riding why we had to do this.
Okay.
And maybe you had some concepts that you thought were factual until you experienced them. Okay? Okay? Okay, here we go. So now that you've been warming up, let's bring you to the climb since you're a climber. There's no wrong, no right. There's no wrong, no right. I always mention that. And let's just see how your body reacts, okay? Okay, so we're gonna go to the... So for us to make you a climber, we're just gonna put it on the highest intensity. There you go. Ah, just ride. Nothing serious. I need to see how you ride. Okay. No, don't change it. Okay. I'll explain to you how your body's starting to change. I'm gonna explain to you why you have numb fingers and lower back pain.
Okay.
And the assumption is this bike is too small for you because according to the chart, it's too small. Okay, so let's just cut the explanation. Huh? The bike is perfect for you. In fact, don't believe me later. I'm gonna make you experience it. Huh? In fact, with your current setup, not the frame, with your current setup, the bike is too long for you.
Too long for me?
Ironic, right?
Baliktad.
I'm gonna explain to you why you have numb fingers and lower back pain.
Okay.
And the assumption is this bike is too small for you because according to the chart, it's too small. Okay, so let's just cut the explanation. Huh? The bike is perfect for you. In fact, don't believe me later. I'm gonna make you experience it. Huh? In fact, with your current setup, not the frame, with your current setup, the bike is too long for you.
Too long for me?
Ironic, right?
Baliktad.
Baligtad. So yeah. So I just have to break your bubble. The bike is too big for you. Said really. What are the telltale signs? Okay, I'm gonna tell you now. The telltale signs that your bike is too long for you: numb fingers, neck pain after a long ride, and lower back pain. In fact, without you even describing it, your default posture to relieve the pain is by sliding your hands backward. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you normally find yourself holding here?
Yes.
Compared to the end?
Yes.
Okay. So when you start holding here, let's introduce Mark, a Bike to Work corporate executive. Finally was able to buy his dream bike, a Dario Pigoretti hand-built bike. But against his will, he truly believed that the bike was too small for him. So he went to CRZ here in the studio to figure out if we can make some adjustment to make it fit him. He thought it was small. After the adjustments, instead of convincing him based on literature, we're just going to make him experience the adjustments and he can decide if his time was worthwhile. He will be testing his new posture by climbing, sprinting, and all the things that he would normally watch and see online, because he said he couldn't do it even though he tries to copy every single movement. So today, we're just going to make him feel it and see if he can execute every movement. Set, controlled sprint. Steady, come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now we're gonna time trial in the flats, huh? Here we go. Time trial lang. Steady. Good. Hold it. On my cue, when I say sprint, we're gonna sprint. You have to destroy the bike, huh? Here we go. Ready. Set. Go, 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 go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Done. Yeah. Do it again. Come on. Come on! Yeah! Drops naman. Let's just see how if you can do the same thing. This time higher. Go, go! Boom! Come on, come on. Sit down. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. your legs. Supposedly, theoretically, you should be wiggling by now. Your heart rate is high, of course, but
No.
yeah. So okay, so I guess everything that we did was correct. But we're still gonna have coffee. So I'll treat
do
you
this
out.
all day, sabi.
Oh, okay, you can do this all day, man. Okay, so that's Dario Pigoretti, a work of art. But this time, what we always focus on is you now become the work of art, okay? And that's what we stress out on these videos, that sometimes having the nicest bike is a first step, but you would always have to think about what's sustainable. And I think that was your question kanina, if you can sustain it.